In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can track your money when you're doing match betting. Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris, and on here I like to talk about match betting and being better with your money in general. I haven't uploaded in just over a week now because I've been really concentrating on a car channel I've got here on YouTube, which if you follow this channel and you're into your cars, then I really appreciate the support by you heading over to my car channel and subscribing there. I've got some cool things going on. I've just bought a car which I'm turning into a drift car on a budget and vlogging the whole journey of doing that to show you how it's done. So not only that, I've been struggling to come up with ideas for match betting videos. So if you have any ideas or anything that if you're new to match betting, if you want help with something, comment below with a video idea that you've got, and then I'll make it. This idea was actually from Craig over on the Profit Boss Match Betting group. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to head over and join the group. I think there's over 60 members on there now, so it's growing nicely. But yeah, Craig wanted to know, how do you track your money and know where you've got your money in the bookmakers, and as well, how do you track your money on the profit tracker? So I'm going to get into it all in this video, and we're going to look at the 4 steps that I've written down here on what you need to do. As well as at the end of the video, I'll be showing you 2 tips on ways that you can keep track of your passwords. And if you're brand new to match betting and you don't already know, it's something I've spoke about before on the channel, how you can get Smarkets for 0% commission. Not everyone knows how to do it, so I like to just share it in every video. So some of this might sound super simple and basic to some people, but to others it's really helpful. So if it's something that you think is just super obvious, then obviously you can just ignore that bit if you're already doing it. But when I track my money with match betting, I like to use just a pen and paper. I don't really know how to use Excel or anything on the computer. I like to do it the old school way of just pen and paper. So the first thing you want to do is write down the bookie account, username and password. Get yourself a book. You can get them for less than £1 from Tesco, and just at the back of the book, write down all the username and passwords so that you can just easily keep track of what accounts you've got. If you're opening multiple accounts, which by checking out this video, that is something I talk about on here on how you can open multiple accounts legally. But if you are multi-accounting, then of course just write whoever's name the accounts are under at the top, and then write down the username and passwords for their accounts. Step number 2, once you've opened an account, written down the details for it, write down how much money you've deposited into that account so that you can obviously see how much is in there and keep track. You might have, say, 20 bookie accounts. Well, it really helps to know how much you've got in each one, so you've got a clear idea of how much money you've got in total in them all. Okay, step 3 then. Once you've got your accounts written down, you know how much money is in each account. What you need to do when you place, so say it's William Hill's bet 10, get 30 offer. If you've not done that opening offer and you've not opened a William Hill, I'll leave my link in the description for opening a William Hill account. I appreciate you using my links every time, by the way. But what you need to do then is, if the William Hill, say it's bet 10 and then they give you £30 free bet. So you need to write down that you've bet £10, and I'll show you on the paper that of how it should be written out. But it should be written so that it says the offer is bet 10 to get 30. So I would put B10G30. That's going to then show you what you're wanting to achieve from doing that bet. You'll then need to write down if it's on a football team or if it's on a horse in a horse race, as well as the date that the event's taking place and then the time. Then under that, you'll write down the qualifying loss, so just QL and then minus and whatever it is. So say it's cost you 20p to bet on Man United playing against Man City, you'd put QL minus 20p and then circle Man United to say that's the team that you've bet on. Obviously, if you'd bet on the draw, then you'd circle the versus part in the middle so you know it's the draw. Or if you were betting on, say, the best qualifying bet you could place was for on like a correct score, so the match finishing, say, 2-1, you would just write that down, correct score 2-1. So Then once that's finished, you'll be able to look at the day and you'll see what time it's going to be played. So you'll have a record there and you'll be able to see if that bet won, you'll know how much money it's won into the bookie account. And you can just keep track of it that way, really, really easy. And you'll just know where all your money is at any time. Step number 4, when the bet's finished, you want to use the profit tracker and draw a line through the bet you've written down, draw a line through it, enter into the profit tracker by clicking on manual, I'll show up on the screen now, manual entry, and then you just select the box and type in minus 0.20, minus 20p. Click that the bet is settled and then press apply, and that will be your bet then tracked in your profit tracker, which again is super helpful for being able to keep track of everything. So on the screen now, I'll just show you how I write down the bookie accounts, how you want your usernames written there, and then a good tip for passwords so that you can use the same strong password for every account is a lot of different bookies ask certain requirements. So they would ask for you to have a capital letter at the start of the password, to use at least a number in there, and it'd be a minimum of 8 characters, and as well include a special character like an exclamation mark or a question mark. So for my example here, I've put Tigerman11 exclamation mark. Now that password, it's really strong, and also you'll be able to use that for every single bookie account. The other way to do it, where you're using different passwords and not having to remember them all the time and keep having to look in your book when you want to log in and out of different bookies, is use the auto inputter or auto fill on your browser. So it'll just automatically put the passwords in for you. Now, just below this, as you can see on the screen, I've written down, so it says Skybet, Paddy Power, Bet365, William Hill, and they're the amounts of money I've put into each one when I've opened the account, and then have lines drawn next to it. So when that money goes out, you can then simply put a cross through that money and then write in the money next to it, and so on and so forth. As you win money in or lose money out of it to your Smarkets or Betfair, but preferably Smarkets because it's free to use, then you can write down next to it how you want to keep track of the money in there. And then finally on the screen, I'll show you again the example of how you would write it out. So if it's a football match, Man City versus Man United, 23rd of January at 17:30, you've done it, £10 to get £10 is the offer, QL minus 20p. Under that, we've got an example of betting on a horse race. So again, the race is at Cheltenham at 1300. The horse is called Raging John, and it's on the 23rd of January. And again, that's a bet 10 to get 10. And again, we've lost 20p on the qualifying bet there. And that's simply how you write them out. Cross the line through when it's finished, and then start again. But for the free bet, you would just put FB for free bet, and then £10 there. We've got £10, so FB £10. How much profit you've made, and then put those in the profit tracker, so you've always got a good idea of what's going on. So that's it really. That is basically all I do to keep track of profits. It's not overly complicated. It's quite simple. And like I say, some of you may find it really, really simple and not even bother clicking the like button on this video because you found it so obvious and it's not even useful. But to some people, I've been asked the question a few times, so I thought, why not make a video if it helps some people out? The bonus tip at the end then would be use Smarkets as your exchange, because as an Oddsmonkey premium member, you pay 0% commission, so you can use it for free, and that saves you a ton of money over the year. You're talking hundreds of pounds, if not possibly £1,000 or more, depending on how much you actually bet. And then the other tip was what I've already mentioned actually. But it was to use the autofill for your passwords on your phone or your computer, so you don't have to remember them and keep going back to check passwords. And as well, have that strong password that you can use on all your accounts. So I hope some of you have found this video really helpful. I am going to try and get back to doing a video every Tuesday and Thursday. But like I say, my car channel is really taking off. I've only had it up on YouTube now for like 6 weeks, and it's already at over 600 subscribers, and the content's just taking off really well on there. So that's my passion anyway, is cars. So like I say, if you can go over there, if you're into your cars, go over there and get subscribed. I'll leave a link in the description and in the comments for the Crazy Speed YouTube channel, it's called. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one then. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.